And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
They bring Higgins in motion left. Throw here, third down. And he's going to go down deep on his own side at about the 42. Blake Cashman. And that forces this offense into a 4th and 20.
Staring down, that down in distance. It was going to take some type of big play offensively to extend the drive. But all that sack did was create a bigger play for the defense.
And they'll down this kick at the 11-yard line, so long field ahead on this next possession.
11-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, Jones to begin the drive. They aren't getting anything here, Brock. They're actually going to lose some. Back to the 10. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also puts the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
On 2nd down, Murray's going to throw. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. Good work there, adding a little chunk after that catch as he gets it ahead for 8 yards. Make this 3rd and short.
That's a gain of 8.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Jones going to try to pick it up. 1st down and a lot more past the 30. And he's finally brought down at the 45-yard line. Working quickly here.
7 yards. And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Murray to throw. That's complete. Here's Jones. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
4 yards. That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10
Here's
at
Cutler
the
to throw.
39-yard line.
Has it downfield, working the left. Brought down after getting his guys about 26 yards. And that is a Vikings 1st down.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On the red zone now. Drops back. Needs an open man. Offense to the line fast.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 4-yard line.
Not going to get a snap here. We have arrived at our 2-minute warning. It's the Vikings holding the lead at U.S. Bank Stadium. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he is in with the dive. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones brought one back earlier and now takes one across.
I just love seeing the approach of this entire offense, not settling for anything. Yeah, this running back, he's finding the end zone through the running lanes. Let's give a tip of the cap to the big boys up front because they are setting the tone. 2 drives, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. Escapes the defender. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here we go. Now Burrow. Finds a seam down the middle. Tackle finally comes in well downfield. That's a gain of about 26. And that's going to be good for a Bengals 1st down. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Burrow back to throw. Has it downfield. It's Chase. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off of that game.
I remember a time when these were ultra rare. Only a few players could pull them off. Well, now you see receivers actually practicing one-handed catches. They're becoming much more commonplace. I'll tell you what, though, doesn't make it any less impressive. What a catch.
And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal. Looking to throw, Burrow. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far.
37-yard line.
So that clock's going to run as he takes a knee. We'll see if the defense wants to burn a timeout and preserve some of it. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes first and 10. Starting the half with a give to Brown. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
Josh Metellus on the tackle. A gain of 52 yards.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's first and 10 near the red zone. Throwing is Burrow. Has it at the 7. And stopped at the 1. All right, so they're going to have to get that final yard. They're going to have to earn it. First and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5. He gets it again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Back-to-back stands at the goal line, and now it's third and goal. Man, great read by the defense there. They attacked, and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker, that is in the dictionary right there.
So the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up second and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Murray. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So a minute and a half remaining in the third. Here's Brown to start the drive. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. Make that 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Working on 2nd down. Burrow. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. They'll give him the 1st down. Winds up with about 6 on that play before he'll stop.
It's a gain of 6.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. Right top.
Pitch it out to Brown. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. You know, you taught me, Brock, sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
The other thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
Burrow. Right side cut by Higgins. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. This is going to be incomplete. They were on him right off the snap, and that hit altered the throw. That brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. An 8-yard gain on the ground, and that's going to bring up 3rd and goal.
Now we get to a very interesting call on 3rd down. Kind of a crescendo to this drive. Can the defense rise up knowing there is no margin for error? Just a single yard to go.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Brock, this is not an ideal spot for any defense, but so far these guys have come up with a nice stand. Of course, they might now need to buckle down for one more play. We'll see.
Yeah, so much more 4-down territory in the league today. So much more aggression with all the data we have out there. I got a sense, though, it's not going to be a play-action pass this time.
Can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
He'll throw from his end zone. Caught for a moment, but the hit knocks that out. Incomplete. First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle. Defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable third down after lack of execution on first.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again here from the end zone. To the right and hauled in by Jones. There he goes again. The 50. He's at the 30. The 10. It's a Minnesota touchdown.
I've seen a lot of plays in the playbook. I don't think I've seen a play designated for a 98, 99-yard touchdown. But you will take it. That defense, they're over-aggressive, and the offense made a pay in a big-time way.
That one splits the uprights. They bump their lead up to 14. Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. Showing a little burst so far. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
Burrow setting to throw. Forced out to his right. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Bengals losing by 14. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Brought in downfield by Gesicki. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
And a Bengal 1st down.
Burrow to the air now. Passing quick here, but the pass rush fast enough to match it. On and in time to alter that throw. And it falls incomplete. That brings up 2nd down.
and 10.
Sticking in the air, and it's Burrow. Fits it through the middle. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Complete to Mike Gesicki. 1st and goal, Cincinnati.
Ready, set. Gun.
From the red zone now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Andre Yosima. Touchdown.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Following that timeout, they're lining up. They're going to try to come up with 2 points. He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. All right, so for the time being, we stay in a one-possession game, Brock, but they were trying to make it a 2-score game with that 2-point conversion.
Could feel it. The killer mentality on that sideline. They wanted to put this game away. And if they're getting that aggressive right there, no doubt, this defense wants to play with the same aggression. Buckle up, offense. Pressure's coming. They're going to want to force this one and this offense into a mistake and seal this game now.
So they're going to line up for the onside kick that may just decide this game. Just over a minute to play. Oh, the Bengals got to it and recover the football. Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. Now a give up the middle to Jones. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at 2nd down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Jones wants more. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Staying on the ground with Jones. And they're in there to take him down after a gain of 12. That's going to be a Minnesota 1st down.
Gain of 12 yards.
Final timeout taken by the Bengals. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. New set of downs from 37. They're going to pass it here. And the coverage too much to battle through on this play. Multiple defenders there, a lot of contact at the catch. This one's incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and strength to contest any kind of shot plays down the field. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender timed it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's fourth down. A lot of pressure on this kick for Will Reichert. This a 54-yarder. Oh, this is going to be close, and it's no good. He hooked it too far left. And they fail to make this a two-score ball game.
They tried for the field goal to really eliminate all shadow of a doubt, and instead, let's introduce some doubt into the picture and a little energy on the other side, Kate. It's not quite an automatic win still. They're going to have to get focused defensively and make sure they get a stop to clinch this.
This is going to be a big game, Brock. He's tackled after about 21 yards. And that's going to give Cincinnati the first. Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Trying to set this up quick.
13 yards. First down, Bengals.
One final shot here. And with no time remaining, he's got it for the touchdown. And now a two-point play could force OT.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
This entire game came down to just two plays, Brock. They've knocked out the far more difficult one with that touchdown as time expires. And now a chance to force overtime.
And now, well, now it comes down to whether they can get the two-point play or not, but it's hard to question every bit of juice.
And he's got it. Talk about a last gasp. Whoa, no time left. They got the touchdown, the two-point conversion. We're headed to overtime.
Evan McPherson to kick off for
From
Cincinnati.
the jaws of defeat, they snatched this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Jones. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Murray. That's complete. Here's Jones. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. We come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, a give to Jones. Works his way to the 35. And we've seen a lot of this today. He's in again. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones. That's his 3rd on the ground this week.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What do you call this other than simply splendid?
That one right down the middle. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Charlie Jones on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. First and 10. Now it's his turn in overtime. And instead of a receiver, that one finds the ground. Incomplete. It's second down.
Certainly got to pick your shots. Win to be aggressive defensively, Kate, when you get here to overtime. You send a blitz, it better get home. It better have an effect, and that time it did, forcing the incompletion.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. You've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one, where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Oh, big interception here. And the Vikings are going to have it back at the 42. They've battled each other all game long, Brock, but the coverage, so a couple surprises up their sleeve for this QB, stealing possession there with the pick.
And there's always a look or two, Kate, that doesn't get used much during the game. A way to disguise the coverage and trick those QB's eyes into seeing something that wasn't there. What better spot to break that out than right now in overtime? Right here, right now, like Van Halen used to say.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Vikings emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.
Running to the checker flag, running through the red light. 12 can me, won't pull over till I'm right. Ride to the sunrise, can't about no bed time. Ain't gon' get no ride with me, let they fight. Better know from West Side Atlanta or the best style. All the way to Crenshaw, I'm out of mind. Better know, big poppin' ain't no look. Dropping bags, it's a lot to you, to me a little bit. Let them down, Chevy, I'm allowed. I'm blowing money fast, better know. Skateboard P Louis Duffel bag, 50 rack. Poppin' so nauseous, I ain't got no country promo. Like I still got a pocket full of. All they do is fight for number 2 to something. Make you play with the one. All we know is success. Hit her with some rich. Good looking, your back. She forever mine till I let her go. Better know, let them know. Better know, let them know.
Tried sipping on the, but it's always gonna be. There's things I can do. How I was raised, the Bible in my blood and the Bama in my veins. Ain't a pink bouquet in the flower store. Bye.